Alright guys, so I was making this video because everyone keeps asking, why would you buy an electric bike over a motorcycle? Obviously this bike, by looking at it, is modified. I kind of made it more of a street bike instead of a dirt bike that it kind of comes looking at. I got rid of the dirt tires, put some street tires on it. Got some mirrors, just need one. I got a fender on the front, I got pedals on it. If you can see that, I got a little longer fender on the back, but my pedals, these come in handy. Anyways, a lot of people ask, why don't you just get a motorcycle? I spent like $4 grand on this bike. Plus, I upgraded it, put a BAC 4000 down here. And I also have a 72 volt battery coming, and that battery by itself was $2 grand. So I'm roughly about almost 7,000, I would say about 7,000 into this bike. It doesn't smell, you don't have any like exhaust fumes, you don't have any noise from it. You can go on the curb, you can go on the bike lane, you go on bike paths. This bike is powerful enough that you can actually ride it on the street with traffic if you need to, because around my area there's not bike lanes exactly every single place that I ride. But you can't take a motorcycle and come on the street that I'm on right now. This is basically a walking path for people, and it's a bike path too, but most people just walk on this street. You can't take a motorcycle off this way. And think about it like this. Think about the maintenance on a motorcycle compared to the maintenance on an electric bike. Maybe you need some brake pads every so often. Maybe you need to bleed the brakes. Maybe you'll need some tires after a while, especially if you got the dirt tires on this bike, which is Sur-Ron. And that's pretty much it. On a motorcycle, you got a lot more maintenance you gotta do. And on this bike, there's no clutch, there's no gears whatsoever, and it's way tinier than a motorcycle. It's way more nimble. It's easier to get through places or around places. For example, in California, it is legal to lane split, but not all the time will you have enough room. On an electric bike, they're a lot smaller. You can fit in places a lot better. So for example, right now, I'm acting like a car right now. I'm probably doing 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. Well, a motorcycle can't do this. So whenever you see a cop, just get in the bike lane. It might not be ideal if you got places to be, but you're only going to see that cop for a few seconds, and then shortly after that, just get right back in the street and act like a car. That's all you got to do. The way that I've modified my bike, to me it's closer to a motorcycle than it is an electric bike. I would say the Onyx and the Sur-Ron are the top bikes that are out there that are doing 45 plus miles per hour, which you can technically say it's a motorcycle. But let's be real, a motorcycle can go 140, 160 miles an hour. This does not go that fast. It's close to a motorcycle, but it's not. If you put these right next to a motorcycle, you can see that a motorcycle is a lot bigger. More deadly too. It's like 300 or 400 pounds. You can't take a motorcycle on this road that I'm on right now. I feel like e-bikes and motorcycles have their purpose. I feel like an e-bike is right in between a bicycle and a motorcycle. These are kind of blurring the lines between that. They call it a loophole because there's not really a law on what companies can make and how far they can push them. You just have to know that to be legal, you need to look up your state laws. Like in California, I'm not able to go over 28 miles an hour. Now that I have pedals on this bike, yes, they aren't pedal assist. It's only technically up to 20 miles an hour throttle only, and 28 miles an hour if you use pedal assist. But to be real, a cop's not gonna know if your pedals work or not when you get pulled over. They can't ride your bike. It's just like if you get pulled over in your car, they can't get in your car and go drive it down the street to see if anything's illegal on it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So for those comments and stuff that people say, oh, this isn't a pedal assist bike, even though I put pedals on it, yes, it's not. But a cop isn't gonna know that. So I can go up to 28 miles an hour on this bike. If I go anything over 28 miles an hour, then I'm breaking the law. You don't want to ride in the street. You can, but you do take the chance of getting pulled over by the cops. Now, let's say you do happen to pass a cop, he's on the other side of the road when you fly past him. Chances are he's not even going to look at you twice. And if for whatever reason he does, and you see him make a U-turn, or maybe you see a cop off to the side, just pull over to the bike lane and start pedaling. That's all you got to do. Now, if you're caught on a 3-lane street and you're in the fast lane and you see a cop, you might not get away with that. So you have to think about that. But having an e-bike that can do speeds that a car can do, but then also you can follow the bicycle laws, it's a no-brainer. Why not? Why wouldn't you get one? The only thing a motorcycle has over an e-bike is you can't go that far with an e-bike because obviously you have to charge it. My bike currently gets about 25 miles and it's pretty much dead. Less than that if I'm really on the throttle a lot. And on a motorcycle, you can just take it out of town. You can stop at every single gas station, so you can go a lot more farther places. But you need a motorcycle license to ride a motorcycle. You do not need a license to ride an electric bike. I don't care what you guys say about Surons and Onyxes and that they're more of a motorcycle. Regardless, you don't need registration. You don't need insurance. You don't need plates. You don't need an M1 license. You don't need none of that. And for someone like me, I don't have a motorcycle license. Yeah, I can go get one. It wouldn't be that hard to go get one. But then I got to get plates for this, and then I got to pay registration every year, and then I got to put insurance on it. If I just treat this like an actual bicycle, and at times I do ride in the street, just depending on what road I'm on. Like right now, this street has no bike lane, I should say. So I just ride in the street. And the power that you get out of the Suron, especially if you modify it just a little bit, it's pretty good. It's up there. It's up to like about a 250cc. And if you get a 72 volt battery, you're looking at anywhere from a 350 to 450cc dirt bike. That's how fast this thing will move once you're up in the, I would say like 12,000 watt area. And if you get pulled over and you're in the bike lane just cruising, a cop can't tell you you can't be on the road with that bike, even if it's not illegal, because you modified the hell out of it. And the legal limit for California is 750 watts. Cop isn't gonna know that. Unless you're doing 80, booking it after you modify this bike, I mean, yeah, that's on you. Take a look at this. My e-bike can pass people. But then I can also be a bike. Come on, people. I will say it is a little expensive. Definitely a little expensive. So basically, that's why I bought an e-bike over a motorcycle. And honestly, if I would have bought a motorcycle, I would have probably killed myself by now because I love speed. I'm sure a lot of you guys like speed. I love to go fast. And I can only go as fast as this bike will take me. I modified this Suron. I think I've got it to 63 so far. It does 56 to 57 miles an hour all day long. And I love it. But on a motorcycle, I can just see myself getting on the freeway and doing 100 or 140 miles an hour just because you can get up to speed so much faster. And yeah, motorcycles are a lot faster, but you still have laws that you have to go by, speed limits that you have to abide by. So how fast can you really go anyway before you could just get a ticket? But I get it, you know, everyone wants to modify their stuff and they want to go faster. I get it. Not saying not to, you know, that's why a lot of people get Hayabusas and, you know, 1200cc motorcycle, all that kind of stuff. I get it. But that's pretty much my rant on electric bikes versus motorcycles. This is perfect for me. It takes me where I need to go. I get to work actually faster than I normally do. And it's fun. It's so nimble, dude. Like, I don't think you guys realize, you know, like, this thing is like, feels like nothing. There's nothing to it. Motorcycle's heavy. As soon as you step off of it, if you're a little guy like me, it might push you over, you know, if you don't hold the bike up right. This thing just doesn't weigh anything. Sorry guys, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I just wanted to talk about how these are compared to a motorcycle and kind of why I bought an electric bike over a motorcycle. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and we're gonna keep posting videos every single day. So if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. I post up a lot of videos of me riding because I do work every day, and then I also post up videos every so often of me modifying the bikes and working on them to show you how to work on them. And soon our videos are definitely going to pick up. We got a bike rack coming in, and we are going to be transporting the bike in different areas. I'm located in Fresno and Clovis, so you'll see us. All right, see you guys.